Hi my sisters, I thought of doing a video after a long while, and this time no sunshine. I thought why not filming while it's a bit of raining and it's quite wet the whole day, which is great. The great heat is gone for now. We have quite if you hear this, it's this little furry creature here. We have quite moderate temperatures at the moment. Sometimes it's a bit damp and so on, but it's okay. I'm not sure if this is still not enough rain, but we're quite okay now. For now, this is just a. She is really a wild spirit, and she wants to explore everything. And if you wonder what this is actually a barbecue, even if it doesn't look like it. It was handmade by Henrik in his company, because he works with metal, and there were still some scrap metal things there. And and he thought, why not making a barbecue grill? And to be honest, we haven't used it since it's... Oh, not since it's there. We did use it actually, but not this year actually. And part of it is because part of the reason is because of Momo, because we don't know with fire and so on, so we don't do it. And this little creature is there somewhere behind the hedge. Momo! Momo! And she doesn't obey. Sometimes you have to try the callback. We're practicing that in dog school, and it's working well, but at the moment I don't have any treats with me, so let's go inside and get some. And don't you look at the mess here. I'm still trying to get ahead of it, and I try to find there. This is one I actually took a photograph, and I guess I have already sent it to you. A photo of it, and I try to fix this treat bag here on my trousers, and there she is again at her doggy pool. But her doggy pool looks like a mess at the moment, because it's not real. The weather is not perfect for it, and all the kind of nuts and stuff were falling into it. And this little creature loves to crack nuts, the hazelnuts here, and it's not so easy to take them away. And for now we were lucky, or I was lucky, that there was no damage from it, because the husks are quite sharp. For some reason she manages to be still alive, so to speak. But I'm quite often trying to fetch it from her mouth. So let's go and let's see what changed here. So, and you can see this ugly mess there. That's where the laurel cherry was standing, and we covered everything. So this was actually my wish, because still in the earth there was many pits, and this was actually the real reason behind me thinking I'm being a helicopter mom. And I guess I've told you that maybe already in an email, I'm not sure, or in a handwritten letter. But the reason was, it was my idea. It was not my idea to cut it down, to cut this. This is what I mean. There in the mud, there are still sometimes pits, and I try to hand pick them out. Okay, this is a pine cone or something, a rotten pine cone. I leave it like that. Try to be a more relaxed mom and not so much of a party pooper. No, the idea to cut this is the remains, if you can see that, of the laurel cherry. And the thing was, I was unsure after I saw the ground, seeing all the pits and husks of pits, so to speak, there, and I was really a bit overprotective and trying to fetch them all, to remove the topsoil, fetch them from the pond bench, so to speak, from the edge there. And we also removed a bit of the plants that got a bit overwhelming. This is the reason why this pond looks a bit, not so good at the moment, but it's overgrowing, and either it becomes a swamp or something, or we try to make it a bit more pond-like again. The thing is, we cannot remove the pond. It's forbidden. The funny thing is, the moment we have wildlife in here, so frogs and some stuff, the moment this happens, it is forbidden to remove it. You have to get an allowance or permit by the city council or something, so by the cities themselves. And this is quite, this is what I mean. I try to growl like a dog a bit. And try to go a bit further, because otherwise she's tempted. The thing is, why she's picking even those poisonous cherries is because of the fallen down good cherries from a cherry tree. And she loves this dried cherries on the floor and munches on them. And Maggie does this also. So, well, not so good. But and that was the real reason why I was a bit anxious and a bit overly protective, because I tried to really get my hands on all these pits. The idea to cut down the laurel cherry was actually Henrik's. After we saw someone on Instagram creating, look at that naughty child there, and her big bare paws. Yeah, we saw on Instagram someone creating a wonderful waterscape. They created some kind of swimming pond, but they filled it with concrete, and there are no water plants inside, so more outside. And they made it colorful and wonderful. And we thought, maybe we just something like a spring or fountain or something here, or a little artificial creek or something, I don't know. And then Henrik said, yeah, well, let's cut down the laurel cherry because it's poisonous anyway. And it was full of cherries at the moment. And I said, okay, but it looks nice, but you're right. And Heidi was all for it the first moment. And it was quite interesting how fast she was the first to cut the first bits of it. And in the afternoon, Henrik joined. Look at that. Look at that naughty child. Yeah, she has fun here in the garden. Sometimes I have to be the party pooper, and she digged a new hole, cause this was kind of a play, of a secret play of Maggie and Momo, cause Maggie loves to dig in. I don't know if this is the right word. Her treats. And sometimes gets them out a couple of minutes later, but sometimes she also forgets, and Momo digs them out, and the same thing vice versa. So sometimes she digs out something from Maggie, and sometimes Maggie something from Momo. This is quite a funny play. With her dirty paws. Anyway. Okay, then I will make it comfortable for myself, she thinks. And everything is where you can munch on, or look at her. Yeah, happy. And you don't have to be this is something I don't. Come. So sorry for the shaky camera, but this is sometimes the play we have to play. Huh? Come. Ow! She kicked me in the ass, so to speak. Ouch! And then she kicks me again. Ouch! Crazy puppy, huh? Here's my veg patch, not my veg patch, my herbal patch. And the funny thing is, look at that. These are actually tomato plants. They, sowed themselves, so to speak, because this was the place where the tomato house was standing, the former tomato house, and suddenly these here emerged, and also here and there. And what I love is that we let grow this yarrow here. It's quite a wild meadow, so to speak, if you don't cut it. But I was happy, and I wasn't sure if Heidi wants to cut it, but she said, oh, it looks so nice. And I was quite happy about that, because yarrow was never really, not really allowed to bloom here before, because Henrik's dad, not necessarily that he did it, he cut it down. No, it was actually it was more Heidi's part, that, okay, we have to mow again, it looks kind of messy, and I guess Henrik's dad would have let grow it. I don't know. So here is the remaining rest of one of the apple trees, and if you've seen there, the giant sunflowers, almost bigger than our apple tree. Yeah, and here are some. These are planted by Heidi, and look at that. She loves to dig, and she loves to munch on the former roots of was it firs? The trees that were standing here. We have still the roots inside the earth. She loves to dig, and at one point I let her, because it was easier for me, because I could work on the tomato house, or work on the tomatoes, and I thought, okay, later I will put some earth on it. Look at her. I already was putting earth back, but yeah, well, anyway, so back at our jungle tomato house. Yeah, it's getting quite full, and now the rain is getting stronger. Yeah, so you can see it got quite full. And the thing is, I was a bit overly enthusiastic about buying some more plants, because I thought, well, I guess the plants that I already grown are not enough for this house, because it's so big. Yeah, turned out it was not big enough. For some reason, some of the bigger tomatoes have issues with growing, the fruits have issues with growing healthy. So you can, maybe see this here. They get foul on the bottom for some reason. I don't understand. I have issues with other bigger tomatoes with this here, which is actually called Schlesische Himbeere. So the part of this name is strawberry, which is not strawberry, raspberry. Schlesische Himbeere, so Schlesische strawberry. I don't know how Schlesisch, how you would call that in English. Schlesien was a part of Germany before World War II, which is now, I guess, part of Poland, if I remember it correctly. And I have also some crazy ones here. This was some old seeds I was testing, and it was quite working at the moment. These are called blueberries. I'm interested how they will turn out. I have more chocolate tomatoes and some. This is called Harzfeuer, so Harzfire, after the Harz Mountains. This was one I bought. Yeah, so lots of tomatoes. Green Doctors are also quite lovely. This also was some seeds I collected some years ago when I was growing them on my balcony. And they were still fertile after 3 or 4 years. And was quite happy about that, and I will gain some more seeds about of them, of all the tomatoes who are, where you can grow actually the tomato you were harvesting, because the hybrids, the F1 hybrids, are not, you're not able to get exact the same tomato fruit from them. I still don't know how they create these F1 hybrids, but how is something I haven't invested time in. Now she gets crazy. Actually, these are the sun golds, so the yellow ones. I was always growing in masses on my balcony. For some reason, this is the only plant that survived when I was growing them. I bought two types of seed packages from 2 different seed sellers, and they were all a failure. So quite interesting to know that. I told you before that it was quite hard to grow them anyway, but it's quite impressive nonetheless what came out. And she's still fighting. She's still fighting with the roots here. And it's getting more and more rain. Yeah, it's also a bit worn out here. Yeah. You want to be part of everything. So we still have some courgettes here and also some cucumbers. The day before yesterday, I found 3 big cucumbers, because these plants are growing on the side as well, and there is still a cucumber there somewhere, which is quite funny. Oh, I now see another bigger one. This is a surprise package, actually. I guess I have to get one inside soon, because it's so here, you see, there's another big one. But I wasn't expecting these plants to get such a volume, to grow such a volume, which is quite impressive and a bit terrifying, because there was no place for anything else. And these are beans, and I guess when we harvested them all and the plants are dying, we will maybe still trying to get some radish or something. There is also a cucumber there. Doesn't look so good, but we will see. Yeah. Now I try to get inside. Already the pears are falling down, so this year it won't be a good pear. However, Birne, we call them Birne. A good year for that. And we were also thinking about cutting that tree down, but maybe not. When it's still standing, it's okay. Yeah, as you can see, Lily's grave is a bit overgrown, but I don't dare to make something on it, because for now Momo is not going there to dig or something. She funnily digs on the grave of Heidi's first dog, Cindy, because Maggie is also digging in some of her treats there. It's okay, because Cindy is long gone, but Lily not so long, so I don't want to, it's, I'm quite thinking, I think I would get quite mad when I would see it. So, however, we try to make the best. This is still a garden in progress. A lot of progress has to come next year, I guess, because there are some things that are still, look at that, some calendula I'm growing, and this little doggy here, which is now getting quite wet. So, and it's also about time for her to sleep again, because if you're wondering, here, this was actually a dog shelter for Henrik's former dog Buddy, and I was in there with Momo, and she investigated the dog house, and maybe this will become a new great place for her. If you're wondering what's in that bag, the leftovers of little Momo, because we don't want to step in everything, so we try to put it in there with extra dog poo bags, and trying to make it so it's not smelly. But sometimes it's also easy to have the garden, because here in the close neighborhood there is not much green space to go with your dog when she is in a hurry and has to do her business. And the thing is, no. She loves to dig everywhere, and also where she's not allowed. No. I guess I have to call her in. The thing is, I was This doesn't look so good at the moment. You cannot see it properly, but I had really a good cleaning session the day before yesterday, and you cannot see anything at all now. You can see something, but not everything again. Everything of it, because Momo is, yeah, constant lover of garden dirt. And yeah. And if you're wondering where she's stepping on, there is my window to my witchy room in the basement. And she loves to step on there. We did that because we thought, hey, when she falls off and goes this kind of, you can see this geometric thing, gitter we call it, and it's quite uncomfy for dogs to step on that. She has no problem with the same things around the corner, because we have windows there too with the same kind of stuff, and she steps on that. So this one. This is actually the other window, the window above my altar space. Yeah. So a bit more of this sunflower for the missing sunshine, and I will now stop it and will try to upload it. And try to, if you see that in the background, there's someone stealing Heidi's garden shoes again. Don't dig it in. Look at that. Happy dog, but you always have to take care what crap she's doing there. And now she will munch on that garden shoe. Yeah, again. So one little view of that sunflower, and if you also like yellow roses, there's one in bloom here. And I will say bye-bye for now, and we will hear and read and whatever. See you soon. So until then, bye my friends.